Today we're going to do another tarot insight, and we're going to dive into this suit of wands here. And the wands is interesting. So this is Word with Twist Tarot. We did one last time on Pentacles. Now I'm going to do the wands set, and we're going to walk through it from the Ace to the King. Just give an explanation around what the cards mean with numerology. So the wands are usually positive cards for the most part, but they also could be contentious depending on what the question is. The yellow you see in these cards is usually vitality, optimism, and the red is usually the action being taken, right? So wands are fire. These are all fire cards. So it's really your passions, your desires, the things that inspire you. So, with that being said, when you pull a one of wands, the Ace of Wands is really about something that is being given to you again from divine inspiration, just like the other cards. The gray clouds is wisdom, the white hand of truth, because white represents truth. You do see a mountain back there or something like that structure. I don't know if it's a castle mountain, whatever it is, but you see some mountains. I think it's a castle. The mountains represent maybe a little bit of turmoil, a little bit of struggle because the passion and the fire burns really hot. And so this is a new thing coming to you, something that you actually love to do. Not what you have to do. Pentacles are what you have to do. Wands are what you love to do. All right. So that's the one. Something's being given to you. And if you look at the cards further, which I'll get into another point in time, these little leaves, they represent something as well. You count them up and you'll find something amazing with that. But off the top of my head, looking at it real quick, without going into the details with my notes, you have 3, 3, which is 6 and 1, 7 observations. So, and the 8 is another one, which is the engine that keeps going forward. So, you have broken off already 8 of these little buds, which is really about taking this idea, using your willpower to drive it into the earthly realm, right? 3, creativity. 3, communication. 1 is potential. 1 potential. Choose the decision. All right. 4, stability. 3 and 3. Anyway, we'll now move after that. So after you have this thing that's been kind of given to you, what do you do with it? Well, this is where you decide, what is it that I want to do with this thing given? My one wand is bolted, which means it's going to be there. Now I have to decide with the other one what I want to do. Do I want to go somewhere? Do I want to create something new? Do I want to travel? What do I want to do? I have the world in my hand. I have all the power to make the decision that I want. I have the red cap of creativity on. So I have the passion in my mind ready to move forward with it. What do I want to do? Then you go to a 3. You want to expand. You want to grow. Again, the one wand there was the potential that came to you. With the 2 here, which is the decision you had to make, have one hand on the wand still. Decision you had to make, which is 3, which is the growth, the creativity, the process you use to take this idea from inception all the way to reality. After that, after you look to grow the idea into something real, you then have the 4, which now gives you harmony because you're now materializing that. So you have a little bit of joy, a little bit of happiness because the idea that you had was good. You decide to move forward with it to help it grow, to expand. Again, it's fire, so it moves quick. And now you have a celebration because it worked out in your favor. Everything worked out really good. But then once it works out, from the 4, you go to the 5, which is a fight on your hands. Now, you're seeing that there's competition because people seen what you've done, maybe a little bit jealous because they see how happy you are. And now they want to get in your way. So you have to fight. And sometimes they fight unfair and sometimes they fight fairly. It just all depends. But you got a lot of red in the card. Again, a lot of fire energy. Blue, very emotional, right? So you fight. And what happens then? You come to the 6 because you won. You won. You won. You now have victory. And the other people that were against you have turned around now, walks with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the 5 from here. All the people that were fighting now come in line and follow because they realize that you had a great idea. It was good. And now you can claim victory because you're able to move forward and not get caught up in all their shenanigans. And from there, you have the 7. So after you have victory, you now got to stand your ground because the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wands of harmony are rising against you. Again, it's probably because of jealousy. So now you have the 7, which means you assess this situation and you're going to stand your ground and hold your ground. You're not going to give an inch at all. You're not going to give an inch. You refuse to take a step back and let them get one over on you. So even though they're going to come at you pretty fast, you don't care. You're going to hold them off because you're in a better position than they are, right? So you're going to stand your ground with the 7 because you're assessing their moves and you know how to hold them off. Then we move to the 8, fast action and quick action. So all the staffs now, all the wands are coming at you. So it's communication. You now have to really use your willpower to move forward and just take that message and run with it very quick because it's a very quick acting card, a lot of fast, fiery energy in this card. So it's highly emotional and it's also extremely fast because what's happening here is that everything is just coming at you at one time. You're standing your ground with the 7. Now, with the 8, everything's coming at you at one time and you have to just basically roll with it. You can achieve anything you put your mind to, but that's why you have to use your willpower to move through it. After you get done with this, you move to a 9. So you attain the goal, you're able to move past it, but you're a little bit beat up and you're tired because all this fast action of the 8 wands behind took its toll, but you now have the 1 in your hand, the 9, which is your new potential to move forward. So now you have abundance. Now you have abundance and you're tired. You feel a little bit beat up. What do you do next? Well, you move to the 10. And the problem with the 10 is because you work so hard to get here, you take all the burden on yourself and you don't let go. And so the problem is you have to let go so you can start over back at the 1 of possibilities, right? But you don't want to. You want to do it yourself. You want to go it your own because you're tired of all the nonsense you dealt with to get here and you're tired. You can't even see the city behind you because you're so caught up in these wands, which is your desires and your passions, but you have to let go a little bit so you can move to the next level. All right. So then after all of that, you then move into the core cards, the page. So here you now have all this experience that you gain through the 1 through the 10, and now you're ready to learn again, right? You're really, really to observe and really try to understand what it is that you want to do with your passion, with your desires, with your inspirations. What do you really want to do? What is it? Because you have a salamander there, right? So the fire is burning, but the salamanders are used to keep that fire at bay a little bit, but it's burning. Well, you want to go and explore, and that takes you to the night. So you mature into the night, and you're ready just to get up and go. Impulsive, you want to run with things. You don't want to wait around. You just want to go and have a great time because you're ready. You're tired of the fight, and you're tired of all the shenanigans, and you're ready to just move forward at a very fast rate. So you will move forward. Nothing will get into your way. Absolutely nothing. After that, you have the queen. So you're now mastered the wands almost. And this queen is very intellectual, not the sword queen, but she's very dynamic, very smart, very diplomatic in a sense, because she holds all the creativity that you need to do anything. With her, nothing can get in your way because she teaches you how to take care of yourself and how to nurture yourself, right? She has the authority. So you have the authority as well. And nothing can get in your way, which then takes you to what? The king. The king's impatient. He's not going to put with any more nonsense. He dealt with enough moving through the 1 to the 10, done with the page learning, the knight, the queen. Now he's the king. He's ready to get up and just move forward very quickly. He doesn't have to tolerate anything. He's sharp, takes leadership and responsibility serious because he now knows what it takes to make your passions and dreams come true because you mastered everything. Extremely powerful, very confident, and extremely serious. Will not play games with anyone. Another thing about the king, when you get to this position here, stubborn, because it's a Leo, fixed fire. You're not changing the mind at all, but he's fair and he's honest and will offer you some good advice. Anyway, that is a quick run through the wands. And if you enjoyed this, drop me a message below. Give us a like because without the messages and likes, then nobody else can see this. So I'd like to know if you want me to continue on this path of sharing cards like this. I also can go into a little bit more deeper detail for an example. With the page, for an example, right? Once I run through the other 2 suits, we can look at this card in an interesting way. Because when you look at the pyramids represent what? Travel or new horizons. So something new, right? That's a new beginning of some type. And you see how here the staff now sprouting little buds? Because that's a new beginning on your creativity, on your desire, on your passion, on the things that you love to do. See what I'm saying? And then, of course, you have the salamanders, like I said a minute ago, that holds back that fire, keeps it under control so you don't lose it. If whoever's reversed, very immature energy, just to come at you without any thought whatsoever. But upright, this person, this is going to bring you good news about the things that you love to do and is going to also help you move forward and keep you humble. Anyway, I can go in detail like that on these cards, so explain what the symbols mean too. But again, let me know what you think. If you like this type of a thing, please drop the comments, give it a like so I know. And until next time, I'll see each and every one of you in the next Tarot Insight. All right. Bye, everyone.